Hey there, JKs, and welcome to your math lesson for today. Before we start our topic, which is going to be decomposing numbers again today, let's do some warm-up together. All right, so today I'm going to pick a different game from Top Marks to play with you. As always, Top Marks is really easy to get to. Just type in Top Marks on Google, and it'll bring you to this page where it gives you access to great math games and English games. So I've pressed the 3 to 5-year-old category. I'm on counting. And today we are going to play Bunny Ride together. Play.
We're out on a country drive. Steer the truck to collect carrots for George's bunny friends.
So I think that our task for today is going to be collecting 50 carrots. You can move the car by just moving the mouse around to either the left or the right.
2.
Are you counting along with the car?
3. 4. 5. 6.
6 carrots so far. Keep going. What comes after 6? Do you remember?
More bunnies want to hop in. Well done. With so many bunnies, we need more carrots.
More
Click
carrots?
the green button to keep playing.
Okay, let's keep going, kindergarten. Do you remember what comes after 6? You got it. It is 7.
Let's see. How many carrots have we collected? 6. Great. Let's keep counting from there. 7. 8.
What comes after 8?
9.
Did you say it? Great job.
10. 11. 12. 13. 14.
What comes after 14? You're right, girls. It is 15. I wonder if our car will get there.
Jump in, bunny friends. Terrific. Keep collecting carrots for all the hungry hoppers.
Great, kindergarten. So I'm going to stop there for today, but please feel free to go onto Top Marks and to find this game. All right, let's go to our lesson for today. We are continuing to learn about decomposing numbers. We're on day 2 of that. So I think that actually before we start our lesson, I'm going to do a little refresher. And for that, I'll take you to my whiteboard. Okay, so as we remember from yesterday, when you are decomposing a number, you have to chop it and separate it into different parts. Decomposing means breaking down. So to show you an example of that today, I'm going to use the number 7. Let's draw 7 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A good mathematician always checks her work. So we're going to count it again to make sure we did get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great job. Now, our goal is to decompose this, to break it down. And to break it down, we're going to have to use our axe. So pretend that my marker is not a marker, but chop, 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 an axe. And it's going to chop this big number into 2 parts. Chop. Now, it's no longer one group, but 2 separate groups. Let's count to see how many are in the first group. 1, 2, 3. Let's count to see how many are in the second group. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, girls. Now we know that 7 can be broken down into a group of 3 and 4. So if you put 3 and 4 back together, it would still make 7. Let's see if we can break up 7 a different way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This time, I'm going to chop it somewhere different. Ready? Chop! Now, instead of having one group, I have 2 groups. Let's count to see how many are in our first group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I write it down so I don't forget. And how many are in my second group? 1. 1. That means that 6 and 1 come together to make 7. So as you can see, up here and down here, I started off with the same number. There were 7 up here and 7 up here. I broke them up differently, but it still came up to the same number, which was 7. Now let's check out your worksheet for today. Okay, so in front of you, you should have this sheet that says Thursday, April 2nd. If you don't have this in front of you, take a second to pause this video and make sure you get your sheet in front of you. Now, we're going to start off with this question right here, activity 1. It says, draw 5 circles in each of the boxes to the left and chop them differently each time to make 5 in different ways. Okay, so these boxes need to be filled, and we're going to draw 5 circles in each of these boxes, but chop them differently. Let me get my marker out. There we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'll do these first 3 with you, and then afterwards I'll see if you can finish this problem by yourselves with a parent. Okay, so here I've drawn 5, here I've drawn 5, and here I've drawn 5. But now I have to chop them into 2 groups, and I'm going to do it differently each time. Let's chop this into 2 groups first. Here I'm going to chop. Ready, set, chop! Okay, now I've broken up my 5 into 2 groups. The first group has 1. Let me write it down. My second group has 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. I just found one way of making 5. 1 and 4 together make 5. So that means that 5 equals 1 plus, exactly, 4. Now, I'm going to do a similar thing with this next line, except I'm going to chop it in a different place. Ready? Chop! Now I have 2 groups. Let's see how many are in the first group. 1, 2, 3. And in the second group, 1, 2. And just like that, girls, we found a different way of breaking up 5 into 2 groups. So up here, the whole number is still 5, and the whole number is still 5 here, but I've broken it down differently each time. So 3 and 2 is another way of making 5. That's like saying 3 plus 2 equals 5. So let's write that down. 5 equals 3 plus 2. Let's do one more. Here I have my 5, whole number again. I'm going to chop it, and I'm going to chop it here. because this is a way you can chop your number. Now, how many are on this side? How many are in this group? Do you see anything here, girls? No, I see nothing. And what number means nothing? You got it. 0 means nothing. So I'm going to write a 0 here to remind myself that I have nothing in that group. And on this side, 1, 2, oopsies, my marker went away. Pardon me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this group, I have 5. So that means that nothing, 0, plus 5 equals 5. And that's another way of making 5. So here I'll write that down. 5 equals 0 plus 5. There you go. Let me clear that work. So girls, I want to see if you're able to find 2 more ways of making 5. You go ahead and pause this video while you finish up this page, and you can press play when you're ready to move on to the next activity. Welcome back, girls. Let's move on to the next activity together. Activity 2. Test your decomposing number skills by answering the following questions. Number 1, which set of equations shows 2 ways to make 6? So we have to figure out if this box shows 2 ways of making 6, if this box shows 2 ways of making 6, or if this box shows 2 ways of making 6. Let's start with this box right here. Let me get my marker out. Okay, so the first equation is 3 plus 5. Now, girls, we don't expect you to do all this math in your head yet. Right now, what I'm looking for is for you to be drawing out all those numbers, okay? So let's draw out 3 together. 1, 2, 3 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 3 plus 5. Let's count how many that makes altogether and see if this is one way to make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This doesn't make 6. So that means that this box cannot be our answer. Let's move on to this box right here. Let's see if both these equations will bring us to the number 6. All right, our first one is 0 plus 6. So how do you show 0? By putting nothing. Plus 6, let's draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since I'm adding nothing to it, because 0 means nothing, I know that I do have 6. So 0 plus 6 is one way of making 6. Let's see if this second equation will also give me 6. 3 plus 3. Let's draw it out. 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3. A good mathematician crosses as she counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we see, girls, that 3 plus 3 is another way of making 6. Now that we know that 0 plus 6 and 3 plus 3 are both ways of making 6, we know that this box is the correct answer. Great job. At this point, you can go ahead and pause my video and continue finishing activity 2. You can press play when you're ready to move on to activity 3. Welcome back, girls. Let's start activity 3. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to note that the last little part in activity 2 is quite fun here. This one you'll need 2 colors for, and you'll have to work with an adult, so an adult will read this question and guide you through it. Okay, so for activity 3, you are also going to need 4 different color crayons. You'll need a red, a yellow, a blue, and a green. And for this problem, you need to figure out how many presents of each color the kids got. So the problem says, Ran, Annabelle, Shania, and Aditya helped wrap boxes. They had red, yellow, blue, and green. Ran made 3 boxes blue and 2 boxes red. So to start off, I'll show you what you'd have to do. We know that Ran made 3 boxes blue, so I would put a blue and I would make 3 of my boxes blue. That's 1, 2, 3. It also says that Ran made 2 boxes red. 1, 2. Now, I'm going to stop there, ladies, because this is a fun activity that I want you to have as much fun with as possible. But I just wanted to show you how you would go about solving. And at the very end, you'll have to count how many boxes of each color there were. Okay, girls, it's time for me to go, and it's time for you to finish your math sheet. Happy math, and I'll see you a little bit later on. Bye-bye, girls.